my hands.
You foolish man. I am a Jito Ryo master. Allow me to reunite you with your ancestors.
Unbelievable destructive power.
What's up, everyone? Another Kid Yui here. How you guys doing today? Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know if my mic was working. It's been a minute since I actually started. Welcome to another episode of Noonami. You can see over there is kind of between awake and sleep right now. He's kind of still asleep. He's still tired. He's been up for a minute. So, how you guys doing, man? I mean, it's been about a couple of weeks. I haven't even started doing some streaming stuff, but you know, it is what it is. What's happening? Vito's gonna be here a little bit late. He's actually in the middle of doing something real quick. He just made it home, so kind of gave him a little bit of time. So I thought I'd start a little bit sooner. I am running a little late because I know when he was gonna kind of wake up, he was asleep for a minute in the bed, and then I know if he was gonna wake up or not. So yeah, that was kind of like going on here. And also, like I said, I had to make sure we had everything because, like I said, we're just again, it's been a couple of weeks. I haven't really had a chance to like set up things and everything else. So yeah, um, like I said, video's gonna be running a little late. Like I said, he's just kind of made it home. He's just running a little late. And Sandstorm, I don't know if he's gonna make it or not, but you know, and he if he makes it, he makes it. He don't. I'm not gonna be mad about it. You know, he's kind of in the middle of doing something as we speak. I just found out what he's in the middle of doing. So like I said, if he makes it, he makes it. If he don't, I'm not mad or anything else. You know, he has something important to take care of. But yeah. So let's get into let's get into our icebreaker. So what am I currently watching? So right now, I am still in the process of watching my usual stuff. Like I said, we're still. I feel like we're in the fall season, but we're not in the fall season yet. We're getting there. We're almost there. So I've been kind of seeing what's new stuff, and sorry, and also kind of like what's going on. So my biggest ones I'm actually watching as we speak. So I kind of have some animes that I kind of been putting on back burners and stuff right now. I know the ones I'm actually checking out right now so far, like Rise of Shield Heroes season 4. I'm just more focusing on that a lot because we're now into the second half of things where things are about to get very interesting, and I kind of want to know a little bit more of Rautelia's hometown and everything else, and how everything plays out from there. So I'm actually enjoying that for now. Was I just usually say that Reborn as a Vending Machine? I'm actually kind of checking out because I think now to the point where it is, or where I'm at in the series, is that we actually have someone who actually can understand the vending machine, which he's being reborn as a vending machine. There's a girl who actually can just basically touch the vending machine and like hear his actual thoughts and know exactly what he's actually like the full words instead of like certain little words or certain like phrases to make things understanding, stuff like that. So I do like where that's going so far, and we are getting closer to actually finishing that one. So there's that one I'm watching. I think this was actually dealing with the let's see, Mika Dono's sisters is a breeze. So this one's actually interesting. I'm going to be, once this anime is finished, I'm going to actually read the manga because I feel like there's going to be a lot more happening. And I haven't seen the latest episode of that, which I usually end up watching it, but I may end up watching that maybe sometime this weekend. I may actually watch this. So I kind of have to go through that one too. What's another one? Let's see. My Dress the Dog in season 2 is actually doing good so far. I like where we're going. I did actually pay attention to the ending song because, again, I missed something very important. And usually, opening ending songs kind of like gives me an idea how far we're going. So, judging from the ending song, it revealed one more outfit that's going to be happening, which means that is going to be close to the ending of the anime and right at the end of the manga, which the manga is actually completely done. But I don't think we're going to get it because we're getting episode 10 tomorrow. And I feel like there's going to be 12 or 13 episodes. So there's no way we're going to get the final costume. So I'm thinking they're going to do an OVA or a movie or something to kind of put it all together into one nice little bow to complete that whatsoever. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. And I think no, there's 2 more. I'm not gonna say the full. It's all in Japanese, but it's basically Scoop Me Up by an S-rank adventure. I have read the manga for this. It's been a long time since I actually read it, so I don't remember where I left off in the manga, but I know everything that's happening so far from the actual book is actually same things happening. I mean, same things happening in the manga. That's actually where it's up to right now in the anime. So we're kind of like trucking along with that one. And the last one I'm checking out, which this one has been apparently, I don't think it's been doing really good, but I like it because it's interesting. I haven't watched the latest episode. It's called Ugly Mug Epic Fighter. So that one is actually this one's a sleeper. I'm sorry. I mean I would thought this was gonna be like not great, but this is actually a really good anime. So definitely check that out whatsoever. There's that. So the only animes I've kind of been put on, not really on the back burner, but I kind of like let them build up a little bit. There are 3 Pacific ones I've been putting on, let them build up. Well, actually, it's 4, but one of them I haven't really started the second season yet. I'm still like the last 3 or 4. The other season 2, I haven't even started that yet. I need to finish the last 3 episodes of season 1 to go into season 2. So that's why I kind of like want to let that build up. There's that one. I think this one is really cute. Russia does not dream of Santa Claus. This is like technically the second season, but I think it's a little more. This one I kind of am putting this in the back burner because it's one of those animes I have to really pay attention. So I'm not mad, but I actually am letting this build up because I want to like dive into it like all the way through, like I should be doing with the Apothecary Diary, which I know that season is done. We just got announced in season 3. I need to go into watching all of season 2 of that and go through. The Seventh Prince season 2, I only watched maybe the first 2 episodes, and I know this is trucking along right now, so I haven't really touched that yet. I only watched 1 or 2 episodes of season 2 because I know I finished the first season. So I'm letting that build up as well because I want to dive all the way through of that. And last but not least, the only last one left, which is I really love a lot, and I couldn't hold myself. Besides Kaiju number 8, I still haven't really touched yet, like the second season, so I just let that build up. But the other one is Clevitus. Clevitus is actually a very, very good anime. I'm on episode 6 right now. We're on the 10th episode. I kind of been putting this on hold because as much as like I love the opening, love the ending song, I think we should actually have the ending song now. Hold on. Let me double check since I just thought about it just now. Let me see something because I've been really, really waiting for this ending song so badly. Because I've been waiting for this, and okay, let's see. Did she finally release the ending song to this? If she did, I will be super ecstatic. And I know who sings it too. It's just I've been waiting for this for a minute. Because I really, really need this song in my life right now. Let me see. Did we get any song? No, not yet. Where is? Oh, nope. And there he is. Hold on a second. There he is. What up, Vito?
What up? What up?
Shoot, not much, man. It's just made it the right time, man. It's just I was just about to finish up my icebreaker right now. So since you're actually here, I'm actually looking up something. So what's up? What's your icebreaker for today, man? Like what we currently watching?
Nothing. Gotta be real. Nothing.
Hey, there you go. I mean, hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, what was yours?
Mines are mostly just the ones I've been kind of like paying attention to the most. Rise of Shield Hero season 4, Reborn's of Vending Machine. Let's see, Ugly Mug, Epic Fighter, which is definitely a sleeper, which I definitely recommend people definitely checking out very much because it's starting to get real serious now for that one. My Trust of Darling season 2, which I'm predicting that there's from actually seeing the ending song, there's one costume that we're supposed to be getting revealed that we know about, but I feel like we may get, and we're only on 10 episodes right now, so and we're only at maybe 12 to 13. There's no way we're gonna get that last costume, so I'm guessing they're gonna do like an OVA or a movie, 1 to 2, to fill in the last portion of that. And I mean, those were it, but I think I also named off stuff that like I've been putting on hold for the time being to let them build up. Was like Clevitus, which is one I've been really anticipating. That one. There was that one. Seven Prince season 2, and there was a couple other ones. That was pretty much it I had on my list. I was, because since I was bringing up Clevitus, I was actually trying to see about this ending song, because the actual artist who does the ending song to Clevitus, I heard that the song or was supposed to be released, I believe this month, if I'm not mistaken. So that's what I'm trying to double check real quick to make sure if it is, because I totally need the song of my life right now, and I don't think it's out yet. Yep, she has not released it yet. So sometime this month, I'm thinking we're supposed to be getting it. Because it's weird how this song was supposed to be out before, or supposed to be the same time when the anime came out, but they released the opening, but the ending was going to be pushed back later. So I don't know if it was supposed to be this month or next month, but that's what I look at so far. Yeah,
Oh,
so,
okay.
but yeah. Also, like I said, Sansor might make it. Maybe, we don't know. Like, I actually had talked to him. He said he might can make it, but I sent him the link just to see if he makes it or not. So we're going there.
Cool.
But yeah, so if you guys actually have anything, anything or animes you guys been checking out, let us know in the comments down below and everything else. And there we go. So let's get into the news real quick, because like I said, today's episode we're gonna be just kind of shooting the breeze today, man. We're just gonna talk about just random animes and stuff, what's happening, what's going on, different things like that. But let's get into a couple of news real quick, because I literally was just kind of scrambling and make sure I had trailers and different things. And as you can see, Obi's still asleep, like he was asleep in the bed. He woke up before we started, and I was like, good thing I was not actually doing the intro yet. so it was good timing. So yeah, let's get into a couple of things. I know this one is actually for game news, but I can actually throw this as anime because this also is a bit of anime news as well. So for any of you guys who actually know about the Tales series, which is like, Tales of the Arise, Tales of the Abyss, all the stuff, all the usual Tales series. So apparently we just now got our hands on the release of Tales of Exilia, the remaster. So we actually have the pre-orders and everything else ready to go. It's been revealed. So the game is actually being released on October 31st, and I'm very, very excited about it because I am a big fan of the Tales series. I do have majority of the collector's editions, and every single one has definitely a figurine in them. So I have definitely Exilia 2. So to add for PS3, they actually have their figurines. One of the main character you have, because in Exilia you have the choice between playing as, I forget the girl's name, but I know the other one is Jude. So you have a choice between playing the male or the female, but you have two, kind of like the beginning is two different storylines, but they're basically still connected as the same. So you get to choose who you want. Oh, sorry, it is Amelia Maxwell and Jude Math. So these are the two names. You get to choose between the two, but they also still are the same. But the figurine I get is Amelia Maxwell. So she is actually one of the main characters. I'm very excited for this because as much as we've been getting like remasters of like the Tales series, and I was hoping for Tales of the Abyss more than anything, because that definitely needs to be a remaster, like, or a remake or remastered, but more like a remaster. So it's been one of my top favorites of all time. But I'm not mad about it because Exilia is also one of my favorites too. Like, it's better than not Vesperia, was it? Yeah, let me see. Zazaria. It's better than Zazaria. Zazaria is one of the worst, but it's weird in its own entity. But I think that's why when Bizarria came out, it actually worked out. But just again, so October 31st, pretty much this game's coming out for Switch, PlayStation 5, PS5, Xbox Series, and PC, and with Steam. So yeah, definitely check that out. I'm gonna definitely cop not a deluxe edition, a digital one. Now, if they
Yeah.
actually do come up with a collector edition, and if it's a little bit better than what I have, I will definitely pick it up. If not, I mean, I'll just get the digital deluxe edition and be happy with it, because that's only like that's $60 right there versus like the original is like I think it's 40 for $20 more for the deluxe is only like $20 more. So I yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. I might hold on. I see something else that popped my attention. Give me a second. Okay, sorry, because I saw Exilia 2 popped up on the list. And I think the reason why, again, we have Exilia is because we are already at the 30th anniversary of the Tales series. So every time of these years, they really are pumping out these older versions into remakes and remasters. So I'm not mad about it. So definitely continue doing your thing, and I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get back in here. Come on, nice. I love how Firefox just wants to be slow in the Anime News Network. Let's see. Oh wow, I was not expecting this. So, for any of you guys who have not seen the anime called "Welcome to the Demon School," Iruma-kun, we just now finally got season. So we basically now finally have season 4 announcement. Season 4 has now been announced. It's going to be
What's it
welcome
called
to
again?
the Demon School Iruma or Iruma-kun basically. So we're basically have this one coming. It's coming in April of 2026. So this is going to be right around the spring season, I believe. So
Okay.
I kind of have watched. This is actually a really good anime. It's like it's funny. I think season 3 kind of stepped it up a little bit because the main character has now started to understand his powers a little bit better. Plus the fact that like he's actually human in a demon realm, and because that his the very beginning of the first episode, his parents actually abandoning him because they basically use up his money, make him be like, he's like a slave or whatever kind of situation in the real world. He just works and everything else. But the person who actually took him in was the devil. And so the devil's actually like his father now. So he goes to the demon school, but he wears his ring to hide his identity that he's really a human. So nobody in the demon realm know that he's really human. But the end of season 3, his teacher that he trains under, who upgrade, he becomes a little bit more powerful, understands his powers, different things that. Spoiler alert when I say this, she finds out because the teacher actually idols the devil. Whatsoever, the devil finally reveals who Irma really is in real life. And so things are now kind of starting to hit the fan, and now certain enemies are now finding out the truth of who he really is and what he really came from, his origin. So it's getting very interesting, and I'm looking forward to this because I kind of was still in the middle of the tournament, or I think it's like a school tournament or whatever was happening. So I think everybody actually got upgrades and did have new powers and stuff. So it was kind of interesting. So I need to finish that up before this season starts. So this is definitely a really good anime to check out. So if you guys want something funny, a little bit of action, and not mystery, but a lot of fun and comedy to it, definitely check out Work on the Demon School, Iruma-kun. Definitely check that out. So I was very surprised to see this being they finally announced season 4. So let's see. I was hoping, dang, I meant to actually find a trailer for this because this was one I want to definitely check out. So apparently we actually got a new Digimon anime coming out called Digimon Beat Break. So so far I guess they announced who's actually doing the theme song to it, which is Mad Kid, I believe is the name of the Mad Kid is the name of the artist. They're the ones who do the opening songs to, and I know these very well,
they do the opening songs to every single season of the Rise of Shield Hero. So if you have not heard their music, they're definitely really good. Season 4, they really step it up a couple of notches, and definitely gets every time I hear it, it gets me very hyped. Next to Clubbett's opening and ending song. So I definitely I was gonna try to see if I can find a trailer to actually have for later on for us to watch, but I haven't found one yet. I may do something. I may save it for the next episode if I find it, because the cover looks actually dope. I like it. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Give me a second. Let's do this so we can actually show. Yeah, let's replace it. Let's do. Where is it? Hold on. Where's the? That's weird. Why am I not? Oh, sorry. I'm trying to find. There it is. Cool. Let me pull this up. Give me 1 sec so we can actually show what it looks like. Wait. Hi. Okay, that's just being weird. Why is it being? Okay, that's being weird. Sorry, I'm trying to. Like I said, I haven't been on in a couple of weeks. I'm trying to figure out why this is not showing up here. Alright. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let's see this.
Take your time.
Yeah, because I had it up for a minute. I was like, oh, let's just do this. This is the one I'm looking for. And you don't want to. There we go. Let's see. Let's do. There we go. Yeah, so here's the cover. So I was like, this looks kind of interesting. So I like how it looks. Shout out to Anime News Network, where I'm actually finding the news and bringing it up to you guys. So if you never get a chance to read some of the stuff that's in here, totally I come from here and actually check it out. So yeah, I definitely like this cover because this is when we got some new Digimons that we never seen, and this looks kind of a little dark, judging from the cover. So it looks interesting. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Definitely. All right, let me put this back the way I had it before. Let me see. Oh, it was this. Put this back. Oh, we'll save that for. Oh, dang it. Let me close it out. There we go. Much better. All right. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. I'm definitely looking forward to it because as much as I'm also waiting for the game too, which is next month as well. So next month is going to be nuts in the game world of anime section. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. So
yeah, next month Pokemon stuff.
Yes, trust me. And the funny about it, one of our supervisors at work actually asked me about it. It's like, oh, you're gonna Switch too? I'm like, I don't have one yet, so I don't know for it.
No, actually, it's for Switch 1 as well.
I let him know. You know who we're talking about. You know who. The only person we know who's actually into Pokemon more than anything in the world. And I told him, it's like, yeah, I believe it's actually gonna be on the Switch 1. It's like, oh, good. It's like, yeah, because I don't feel like buying the Switch 2 for it. Like spending $500, drop $500 just to get a Switch 2 just to play the new Pokemon. I'm like, yeah, I feel you on that one. So yeah, so I'm definitely gonna be getting my hands on that. Not soon, but I will do my best to get my hands on one, on the copy. So,
yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Well, this is actually getting interesting. We do have a lot of trailers to bring up. There was something. So, I know this is more of game news on this one, but I'm gonna bring this up anyways. So for all you fans who's been waiting for years, this is not in the anime news, but I know this is gonna be a talk about, and I know Sandstorm may bring it up too, but I'm just gonna be ahead of it too because I put it in the list. So for any of you guys know that you've been waiting for years on into the ends of the world whatsoever, Silk Song is fine. Hollow Knight Silk Song has finally been released. As much as we've been waiting for this game more than anything, and trust me, I feel like the wait has been so long, but I don't know the reasons there's been news. I don't know all the reasons to why it's been pushed back or anything else, and I know they announced the reasons to why. I didn't get a chance to read them, but for you guys, it's here. If you guys want to play it, go. And it's only $20. So
yeah. Like kind of like the original joint was like I think 20 when it first came out
Yeah, I
too.
believe
As well.
so. I think I have the original. I have the original one, but with the original, it came with all the DLC, so like all the add-ons and everything else that came with it. So I think I got that one. I think I paid for it, or I think it was still free for PSN, I believe. So I played the heck out of it. I streamed a little bit of it before I actually started using Elgato, different things like that. Um, so yeah, but I am going to do some streaming of that as well. Finally, since this was up, since I finally finished Liza P. And yeah, you definitely can go check out those videos on my original channel, Nodo Dojo. Definitely check that out because the final boss on that one was a pain in the ass. He's 5 times worse than freaking the nameless puppet when I first actually I was like, this dude is annoying. This one is 5 times annoying. So
Yeah.
but I think there's a little things that gonna make up for it. So yeah, definitely check out Silk Song. I'm actually played a little bit of it so far. I'm gonna be playing a little bit more of it before I end up going to sleep tonight. So yeah. So last thing of news, and I was thinking of talking about that one because it's an artist. Because I was gonna talk about them, but I was like, that's interesting. I was expecting that. Let's see. The last thing I want to bring up. It's just a darling. That's that. That's that. Man, this is like. What the heck? Why is this like? Why is this like a live? No, it almost to me is like a live version of freaking My Hero. I mean, not Hero. Dress Up Dark. I was like, that's not it. I'll just see some dude with ears. I'm like, that don't make sense.
You said live
No,
version of
I
what?
thought it was the cover, like it was a live version of My Dress Up Dark. I was like, no, that's not Dress Up Darkly. That's freaking that's something else. Oh, here we go. Found something. There we go. All right, so Zoids, and I might actually butcher this other names here. I think it's Palabor. Let's say Zoids Palabor gets a crossover manga. Zoids and Palabor, codename Buddy manga, centers on Hunter Wolf arriving in Palabor world. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Palabor is a mech anime, and this is like a very old anime. And for us who we know, I don't know very much of Palabor, but I know we definitely know Zoids very well. We we know this. So apparently I think they're doing a crossover manga name like I said, basically the two names together, but it's gonna be codename Buddy, Buddy, just all like in dot B dot U dot, that kind of situation.
Yeah.
I guess let's see. Hero Comment website on Saturday. Let's see. The manga centers around the manga centers around the manga centers on the Zoids Hunter Wolf, who is transported to the world of Pale Labor and protects Tokyo alongside the new Engram Mark III Labor. So we do have a picture of it, whatsoever. There you go, white. Oh wow, actually got a color art too. So I don't know when this came out, and this definitely caught my attention because I was like, I know Zoids, but I have heard of Pal Labor, but I've never seen it. And this looks interesting. This actually looks interesting. I don't know when this is coming. Hold on, I think I might have found it. Let's see. Let's see. Revealed that Pal Labor EZY anime project in 2017. Let's see. I'm trying to see it because the C7 says, "Oh, the anime project will start in 2026." So there's an anime for this that's coming. Interesting. Let's see. The pilot for the project aired in August 2022. Let's see. With the boost of MIFA Films, market the International Animation Film Festival. So I guess we are going to be. I guess we're getting I guess they're working on an anime project for this, and it's coming in 2026, but we don't know when. So
Okay.
definitely have to keep a lookout for this. So I mean, I do want to
Yeah.
see, I do want to look at a little bit more at this manga, but if we're gonna animate for this, hey, I'm all for it. Literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
but other than that, guys, I mean, that's all the news I got there. Not really much. I mean, there's a lot to cover. I just, like I said, I'm kind of a little bit rusty a little bit because a lot of stuff has happened during the last couple of weeks. I know me and Peel's been super busy with other things, families and different stuff like that, you know, and holidays. So, you know, we've been busy. So, but yeah, I'm a little rusty and I would have to do some stuff too on my end with computers and stuff. So, yeah. But if you guys actually have any other news you want to bring up whatsoever, definitely leave it in the comment down below and go from there. Hey, Flint. He's still okay. He's still knocked out. He is. Yeah, he's been up for like I think it was around like 7:30. I think it was, and been up since then. And then literally finally passed out. This is a kid who wants to try to do a 24-hour marathon. It ain't gonna work for him. Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's get into our main topic. So, like I said, this episode we're just gonna be shooting the breeze. We're just gonna have fun with this today. So, yeah, man. So, Vito, so what anime really like? I know there was an anime you told me, and it's funny because the only reason why I bring up this specific anime and I forgot it starts with a G and I can't remember what it is, but I know which one you're talking about. But it's funny because one of our coworkers, which is hilarious, he was asking me about this particular one, and I couldn't really pinpoint what he was talking about because he was saying like, yeah, like he was very vague. He was just like um, yeah, it's an anime that actually, you know, has a a black dude with dreads and has knives on both on his hands. I was like, uh,
Bleach.
dude, bruh, that was the first that was the first thing went in my head too. And that was literally, I was like, is this new or is this? Oh, he's like, this is new. Like, you mean like new? Like, yeah, new. I'm like, then I have no clue because there's a lot on my list I don't know about. And then when he finally pulled up to me, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. Is the one Vito was telling me about that I haven't got a chance to get around to yet because he,
Or you said a black dude
the
with
black
knives?
dude, had knives on his arm. I mean, on his hands, I believe. And it's the same anime you're telling me about too. The one you want me to check out. That you said it was hard for you to explain because like the first episode was like very, like it was insane. And it starts with a G.
All right, so there's two of them I want you to check out. One of them was To Be
Yeah,
Hero.
that was one, but that's not it.
Hero
That was one.
X. And then the other one, yeah, started
Yeah.
with a G, but this one was like it's like the cleanse the I guess the clean world that's on the top and like it's the garbage world that's in the bottom type stuff. Like they're in the garbage, pretty much the dump or something.
Oh,
And
the floating
yeah.
town. Yeah, the boy lives in the floating town where the
Yeah.
forest scraps by and the richest. Yep, this is it. This is the one. This is the one you're
Yeah.
talking about, and I'm looking at it right now.
I'm trying to. Okay, so I might need to catch up on because I think I think I'm on episode 3 maybe. I don't know. I haven't watched it in a while, but yeah. Second episode, I want to say it was decent. Third episode, I think it was decent. I'm trying to remember them because I know I watched a couple of them recently. I don't know what's the latest,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to think like who in the world got knives on their. So it must be like a new episode that I'm missing. You
It
know
might
what
be
I'm
a little
saying?
bit further down. Like I think because I don't know where he was telling me where he's at in it, so I don't know. Nice, thank you, Push to Talk. I literally was not trying to have you talk like repeat everything I said on my phone. Thank you. I was like, what the heck? I was literally just looking at something. But yeah, I don't know where he was at in the episode, so he might be a little bit further than you. So I think that's why. And that's what I was like. I don't know. I mean, but I know this is the one because when he showed me the name, I was like, yeah, this is definitely the one.
He said he's watching he's actually watching it. Like he already
Oh
watched
yeah,
all the
I think he's
episodes or
literally
stuff.
like I think he's up to date so far. So I think it's a little bit further down.
Okay. Yeah. That must be like, cause I'm like, the last one I remember was he was the dude, the main
Hmm.
character. He was basically trying to figure out what he can do, and then the people that found him in the garbage or whatever, that's in the garbage world, they trying to explain to him how it works, and what certain things are, and all this other stuff. Like, they're pretty.
Yeah.
You got to see it. I don't want to give it too much away,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he was fighting someone because it was like, yeah, we're gonna test out your, what I'm saying, your ability, and of course, classic anime stuff. He's like, he does some rare stuff they ain't never seen before, so he's like, oh snap, what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
yeah, like, I'm around there, and I think that was like the end of third, or
Okay.
yeah, because he's trying to, like, dude's
Oh.
angry. Like what happened to him, like, once you see, like, oh yeah, he got anger issues.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely. Yeah,
But
that's
yeah.
definitely something I'll check out. Definitely. So that's one thing. So yeah, one of the animes I do want to talk about, go a little bit more in deep into is, I think I had told you about this one before, which is the Ugly Mug Epic Fighter. So I, again, as this anime is going, and I haven't seen the latest one before we go into episode 10, which is this Sunday. After the end of the last one before going into episode 9, bruh, I was like, what is going on? Why is this anime getting more intense as the episodes are going? What is happening? Like, we just had the latest episode before episode 9. We had this major fight scene, and I understood it completely because of like the corruption of this one town, and using like a gambling system where this person had, I think I told you before, where this anime basically has every certain person is reincarnated into this world, but they have this icon pops up, and there's like special notes, and in the special notes, like, you can put in certain conditions and different things like that, you can actually become like, maybe an all powerful, different things that. But then you also can change the stats. So the main character, who looks like, has an ugly mug and everything else, he was like, okay, this is actually whatever, or I don't believe this, so I'm just gonna make my appearance look so ugly whatsoever, and say that negative 255, making him look like really, really ugly, fat, and everything else. But he's like over freaking powered, and made these weird conditions where he like, oh, like, if I touch a female who's pretty whatsoever, I lose like a certain amount of skill point, like about a half of my skill points or whatever, or any money I actually touch will disappear. And like, he's trying to add, like, all, like, he just made these weird stupid conditions, and that, like, oh, I don't believe it, and he gets into his world, and now these conditions literally be true. But he ends up getting, like, I think in the first episode, he literally, like, oh, like, okay, I'm super weak, why am I like not doing a really good job or anything else? And he realized, like, oh, I did not, okay, my points. So when he allocated his points, everything is like, attack, strength, HP, MP, like, it's 9999999, like, literally, like, overpowered. So he basically comes in all, like, his skills, like, an all, I think, like an almighty god, basically. So, but it's
Yeah.
funny, but the characters you meet, which he are working with, they all have special skill or special notes. So as the episode goes, when the character becomes like an epic, like an angelic fighter, like a supposed to be like a god, named some weird name. This little girl who doesn't really, don't really have friends or anything else in the real world. She's like, okay, I want to be friends. She has this special note where she turns into an angel only on certain conditions. Same thing for the guy. And then I still haven't learned about the third female, who's a devil, and I think her conditions are, if someone does something evil or whatever, she turns to a devil. So each three of them have their certain conditions, but like, as you progress, you actually meet other characters who have certain conditions. Like, the latest one, we just found out, this guy found out that his parents were always lied to and everything else, and was like lied to and used. So now he's like, so every time someone lies and don't tell the truth, he basically like drains their life force and whatsoever, and literally just like, okay, now I have your abilities or whatever. But then it's like it's super freaking weird. But I love it because now up to this point where we end up meeting a second almighty god, which is a female. It's like, oh, you're supposed to be my god and everything else, and now she's like, it's like, yeah, okay, I can be your guide and whatsoever, but I'm guiding these people to the right path. And she's like, you're not my god, so now you're just my enemy. Now it's like they're basically like they're both overpowered, but it's like one could destroy the other, and it's like, all right, now we're just getting to a very interesting situation here. What is going on? So it's gotten super intense. So again, as I looked at like the scores and everything else for this one, they've been getting back like low scores, but to me, I'm like, this is really a sleeper. I mean, like this is a hidden gem. So I'm very impressed by this anime. So definitely check it out. It has its funny moments, but it's like as things progress and you understand the concept of like the special notes, everybody's special notes, and what's going on and how's everything happening, and why the main character is literally overpowered, and then like the other cats don't really know except for one, because the girl who's the devil has another special note where she can see everybody's skills, especially in the special notes. So I was like, oh, so you're the only one who knows his truth and who he really is when he was reincarnated into this world. And you also find out that like the guy who's like the angel, like who the girl who has the special note to know everybody's characters and skills, that's really her brother in real life, and he doesn't know that's his sister. So it's funny. It's like as things circle around, so it's like you understand each character and their reasons, and especially since the main two, which is the one who's the Almighty God and the one who's the devil, they make an alliance where I'm not gonna tell them who you really are, and she's like, I won't tell them you are overpowered and different things like that, whatsoever. So they'll keep their secret. They know the truth of each other's secrets and keep the secrets from the other two. So it's kind of like, it's funny, but they also have a goal like, I want to do the right thing for my brother, and different things like that. So it's interesting, but I like it for where it's going so far. So there's that. Another anime, and I brought this up in the last episode. I think I talked about the last episode. I think I talked about Mango. No, that's right. It was. I brought up about the Rise of Shield Hero, season 4. So, as we like, we are now. Episode 9 has been up. We're pretty much getting close to the end of it. We're into the second half of things now. So if you guys have not seen it, definitely check it out. Start from the beginning. Definitely so you can understand the story, the character development, different things like that as we go. Because in season 4, we're focusing on two Pacific. Not well. I want to say two Pacific characters. One in particular are focusing on, but that's not until the second half of this season, which we're now getting into it as we speak, because we are. I think, let's see. I think it's episode 6. I think it's 6 or 7. We're now focusing on that specific character. That character is Ratilia. She was the biggest main focus of this season because of the fact that at the end of season 3, assassins came to Naomi's his nation, and they're assassins, and we end up finding out these assassins are basically from Ratilia's homeland, which is like basically like a feudal era of Japan, basically, because that's they have like actual assassin stuff. So up to this point now, we're now understanding the concept of what's happening now. Definitely left this episode with a cliffhanger, and I'm kind of curious because there was something happened at the end of this episode, because one of the characters, she's actually human, but she's also a whale, but she's a female and she loves to drink a lot. I forgot her name is up to my no, it's true, but I mean, Yeah,
She's a
like her,
whale.
like because she's half human, half she's actually looks more human. But like at certain points
Uh,
of time when she does like if Naofumi actually wants to do transformations and different things because we're now learning he can do transformations for certain people. She's actually a well, but she has the ability of lightning and stuff. So she's also from the same nation where Reptilia is. So we learn a little bit about her and her clan and stuff because their clans are assassins as well. So we're getting introduced to a new character named Zoda. I think it's Zodia, I believe the name is, without the C. Or not Zodia. It's kind of like Zodia, but it's Zodia, basically. That's how you spell it. It's just without the IC at the end of it. So
right.
we're getting introduced to her. She's just acts like the other character. I'm like, why you look familiar? And then saw the card and with her signature and whatsoever, and I was like, okay. And now we're finding out things are about to get very intense because at the end of it, they get a letter from I think forgot her name, but her clan, and now she's basically out to go after Reptilia because of her like the assassins and everything else like that. So we're now getting into a little bit more details of it. But I'm wanted to get into I wanted to watch this season because of the fact of I want to learn more of about Reptilia's her nation, why she's been banned, and why the Empire wants to do what they're doing right now whatsoever. But I know the first half of the season we got to understand that there's another nation that worships the shield hero and literally has its own nation. Different things happen, but we end up finding out not only that we find out that there's this new nation for Naofumi, that he has his own actual nation, but he's building his own nation somewhere else. We end up finding out the two tiger cubs are their home is actually in that same area of the Shield Heroes nation. So we're learning, yeah.
Okay.
So we're learning. Like that was something I was not expecting. I wasn't expecting to learn a little bit more of the cubs. So I was kind of like very surprised by it because I know now if he actually saved them in the thing like the first couple episodes of season 3, because season 3 was more
Yeah.
focused on the promise that the Shield Hero made to I forgot her name because she rarely makes an appearance, but she says something in season 2, and it's like she explains something in season 1 a little bit, like introduces herself, but she explains a specific prophecy to the Shield Hero saying that if you do not make up with or do not become friends with the other 3 heroes that came into the world that you're in, I will literally come and kill you, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you do not fix this problem, I will kill you. Yeah, there was no
Okay.
pressure, so he literally didn't want to do it. Really, buddy? Chill, relax. He's just bouncing around. So yeah, he's just like flopping around. Good lord. Yeah. So season 3 definitely fixed that problem finally. Because now we're understanding that each of the other 3 heroes, which is the staff, the bow, well, the spear was actually was easy to deal with. The spear was the most easiest and stupidest way to deal with. So his situation was easy to deal with, and his was just like you fell in love with the main character's like I guess one of the actual helpers, which is called Fido, which is like a little girl who has wings, but she transforms into like a bird or whatever. So I'm like, so you're literally going like you can't like go Fila chat. I'm like, really, dude? You're obsessed over this little girl. I'm like, y'all really gonna go this route? This is before we even like started going the whole A minor. I'm like, literally, like
Yeah.
before we got into this whole situation, I'm like, I get it, but it's like in order for you to do, like, you got your ass kicked by her and realize this person is this. Really? So his reason for that was like super quick, but he makes appearances here and there from time to time. But I know sword and bow was the most difficult because they were being used, and they were being used a lot because of like their because they trust a certain person, which we're beginning to see her again very soon in season 4, because thanks again watching opening ending songs, you find certain clues, and I found the clue because at the beginning of season 4 I was like, who is this person? And it took me like 4 or 5 episodes of watching the opening ending song as enjoying the music. I was like, ugh, here we go again. This chick is back again. And everybody's not liking this person. Whereas, like, why is she the villain? Why is this person the villain? Like, until we find out the reason why that collar and curse is gone, she will always be a villain until we find out the answers to how and why. So I feel like we're going to be getting close to finding out the answer, and I want to know because that's going to be something I want to know, because I'm still questioning, how are you here? Why are you doing this? What happened to the curse that you were supposed to have, because it's gone? Like, how did you get that off? There's no way, because at the end, like close to the end of season 1, like literally, like you had this curse and you were not supposed to be called your normal name. You were supposed to be called Bitch. No, literally, like absolutely, literally, like the king was supposed to be called a Sult, and the princess or whatever who's doing the stuff now is supposed to be called Bitch. And literally, they say it too. And Yonfu is like, yeah, no, we know what we're gonna do. We're gonna actually say no. It's like from now on, your names will be this and this. These are gonna be your names under this contract whatsoever. We're not gonna be calling you by your actual true names. We're gonna be calling you by this and this. And during the whole way of like all of season 1 and all of season 2, they are being called that name. Even the queen was like, yeah, Bitch. I was like, wow. Like, y'all really still y'all leaning more into this. Okay, I'm fine with this. Like, let's keep riding this. And then when he basically said in season 3, it's like, oh, you can't call me that now. I was like, wait, how did the curse come off? How? Doesn't make any sense. And then they never explained this, so I'm really curious how this happened. So definitely check it out. I know season 1 is actually 24 episodes. Like, definitely dive into that one. Season 2 and 3 are basically, I believe it's 12 or 13 episodes, and I know season 4 is going to be about the same as well. So we're getting very close to it being finished. I'm hoping that we get a little bit of answers in when this season ends, because I'm hoping to know the conclusion to what's going on, why the whole nation is going on, like going after Reptilia and what's going on. So I'm actually looking forward to that whatsoever. So that's definitely another. So I definitely recommend you guys. Oh God, not this again. And my mic working still? Okay. No,
Yeah,
it popped up. It keeps popping up. Like, I think it's around a certain time, and it looks like it's always getting close to the 1 hour mark. It literally wants to like acts weird, like my screen goes black and then my mic cuts off, and it wants to like have to make sure it cuts back on for some reason. So it always happens around close to the hour, almost to the hour mark, which is yeah. And it does, and it's doing that every time I actually stream. Even if I'm like doing it by myself, it pops up like that, and that's super weird.
Yeah, you right. I remember.
I remember you were like, "Oh, I can't hear you." I'm like, "Wait, what the?" And it comes when that happens. So I've been paying attention to that. So that has not been changed. So I do apologize. Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least right now,
Yeah.
I mean, you're cool. So I mean, whatever it did, it didn't do it.
I think it's because I finally kind of fixed some things where I think it's because it'll always switch over to certain like cameras and different things, but I think I finally fixed it to where it actually goes straight to just this camera and this camera alone. And yep, there he goes. He's snoring. He's totally out now. Because if he's snoring, he's out. I mean, that's you get for being trying to say got up at 7:30, and then literally trying to stay awake. And then when you go somewhere in the car for like 10-15 minutes and pass out, and then literally sleeps in the car, get food, come back, and still sleep. And then when you're trying to take him upstairs, he wakes up and like, I'm hungry, feed me, and you only take like about 30 minutes. You take a 30-minute power nap, but then give him a nice little bottle. He's done. Just gotta give him it to
Yeah.
cook. So
Yeah.
that's usually how it is. But yeah, this kid is, as you can tell, this kid is growing, like literally growing, like leg wise. He got these long ass legs.
Mhm.
Man, like it's up to the point like we have to keep, you know, like when like when you actually, and I would love to do it in this house, but this is not our house. But
Mhm.
we rented it. But the thing is, like, you know, like,
The little mark
yes,
thing. Where you mark them on
like
like
a milestone. Yeah,
a doorway
like a
or something
milestone.
like that.
So
Yeah.
to us, like we don't do something like that, but then we kind of notice it when we actually do it with the blinds because he has a tendency to want to touch, like grab on blinds, like either the blind. Well, he can't do the ones in
Mm.
here, but no, he'll do it in either our bedroom or in the kitchen or his room sometimes, but mostly it's usually our bedroom or the kitchen or the dining room.
Mm.
He'll always try to like grab the blinds. So then every time we move them, like bring them up, he try to reach them, like either standing on his tippy toes. So I'm like, why are you always trying to grab these blinds? And then my brain's like, you know, as much I would love to actually make a mark and everything. So I'm like, I feel like the blinds are gonna be our indicator to like how tall he's getting because if he can reach them, we have to keep moving them up. So I mean, that's the
Yeah.
only thing I can think of like as a marker in my brain. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, it's
But yeah, no, actually, no. They got like little there's like little like kind of laminated
mm,
charts and stuff like that they have for like, especially they use at school. It was crazy. I didn't even know they do that at school, but they have them like for, you know, like PE and all this other stuff for schools and stuff like that. So like if you get like one of those little charts and you have like where you can take it off so you ain't marking on somebody's wood and pause. And
yeah,
if you do it that way, I mean you can still like kind of, you know what I mean, like keep track of his height with like a little chart, and then on top of that you can take it with you
mhm.
wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? So there, you know, there's different ways to keep that besides the blind. Well, the blinds too, but you know, definitely you can still mark it down, see how tall he's getting with some kind of little chart. I'm sure they got them at like Walmart
Yeah.
or something like that.
I there was actually something I was thinking of like getting, and I haven't really kind of. I was thinking about it, but I haven't really kind of like decided to. I know they got like the boards where you can kind of do what's the word I'm looking for, like, and I seen it on Timu, which is kind of funny. But there was one that caught my attention. It was like it was a whiteboard they can like have to put on the wall, and you just use that, so you can like take it with you at all times. So
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
literally kind
yeah.
of I was thinking about that at the time. I was like, oh, I could just maybe get this and make this work out. So I was thinking about that.
Hmm.
So, um, I mean,
I mean, yeah, you know,
yeah,
there's different ways to mark little
yeah,
bling.
definitely. So I definitely need to like look into that whatsoever. Let's see, but yeah, what else we got? Well, the anime's just cracking right now, so that's like good. I know. So one anime I really have not been paying attention to because I've kind of been I put it on hold because I really wanted to like let this build up and go. And these are actually two of them. Well, there's three, but one of them I'm like just kind of letting it build up as well. Kaiju number 8, season 2. So we have not been really paying attention. I really have not been paying attention to season 2. I've just been letting it build up. I mean, I love the anime. I love season 1. I love how it starts off in the introductory. And I'm not saying that this anime is bad or whatsoever. I just have this tendency of like there are certain animes that I enjoy and that I prefer to let it build, and especially how hyped and how
Mm.
good it is. I just this is one of them. I just kind of let it build up first because I have not seen season 2. Although a friend of mine's, a good friend from junior high, her son actually has my my Crunchyroll account because he wants to get back and start watching anime again. So I was like, you know what? and he's like a he's kind of like a son to me whatsoever. He's like family, and I was like, you know what, here, I'll let you watch some of my stuff. So he was watching let me see if I remember. I think he was watching Sword Art Online. He started watching a little bit of Kaiju number 8. Let me see what else was on the list. He had Attack on Titans, and there should be one more. I can't remember the last one. It was like 4. It was like 4. I can remember. Let me see. Hold on, because I think his list is still in my my history. Because sometimes he'll end up trying to watch stuff. Let me see. That. Oh, that was it. Okay, so yeah, it was stored online. I'll go to history. So we're gonna make it easier. Yeah. So. Oh, this fool started watching season 2. God dang it! Dang it! He started watching season 2. Because I'm looking at it because I see. Because I'm like, I don't recognize these episodes. I'm like, I'm seeing different covers, like, and it says season 2. I'm like, oh god, he's watching season 2. He's got in. So he started watching. I guess he dived into season 1 and then decided to watch season 2 and even watched the EX of season 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, he used to watch that. What was the other one on the list? And that was me. I remember half these were mine. Where is it? Because I saw the other ones he had. Oh yeah, that one. My favorite anime. Both were real. I don't want to get hurt, so I maximize my defense. That is hilarious. I love it. I think I watched that like 3 times already. I'm still waiting for the season 3 for this one. It's funny. Vending Machine is the one I watch. Where's the other one? Because I know he started watching. Was that me? Nah, that's gotta be him. Because I was not watching it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just being intrigued by what he's been watching. It's funny. Sword Art Online he's watching. He's just up to episode 15 of season 1. He had another one on the list. I just saw it too. Where it was Attack on Titans. I think he's still in season 1. I think. It's like, yeah, still season 1. And I think, no, take that back. It might be season 4. Yeah, because I see season 4 is in here. Or was this me? Nah, that was him. Like I said, I really don't know sometimes what he watch. So yeah, those are the ones he's been watching so far. So he's been kind of he's been on the grind. Especially with Attack on Titans. Like, I see everything here. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, he's been grinding. Like, until, any of my stuff popped up. Oh, yeah, the Unwanted Undead Adventure is another one he watched, too. So, he's been on the grind. And I don't mind him, so, hey, have fun. So, I mean, he gets to watch it for free. So, I'm like, I'm not complaining. Use my account. I don't mind it. Hey, have fun. So, but yeah, Kaiju number 8, definitely season 2. I'll let him go through it, and then I'll kind of go back and watch season 2 because I'm just like, I'm letting this build up. But if he's watching before I am, I'm like, I'm not touching it. You're already starting ahead of me. So yeah, Down to That season 2 is also another one. I still need to watch the last 3 episodes. Yeah, it's the last 3 episodes before going to season 2, which we're getting close to finishing that one. And like I said, Clevitus is the other one as well. And I'm actually enjoying Clevitus, and I'm just letting it build up because as much I've been diving, because the next half of this is like, all right, we're getting into more nonsense. What's happening now? We're about to get into a lot of carnage, and it's just about to get started too. So it's nuts. My only anime I'm still waiting on because I finally found out Netflix is finally releasing next Sunday is The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignits. I'm like, oh, you guys, can I just have this? Can I just watch this? This manga's been getting too good, and I'm like, I don't want to. It's like, you're gonna make me just want to read, continue reading the manga, but I'm like, I'm still gonna read the manga regardless. I'm gonna continue reading it.
Yeah.
Although you're gonna give me all the episodes in one go. Although the only thing, what finally got me back into watching Netflix is Wednesday season 2. That's the only time I got back into Netflix. Yeah, so yeah.
That just came out.
Yeah, exactly Wednesday.
Actually, yeah.
And I only watched 30 minutes of the second season while feeding Obadiah. So and he was just like enjoying watching it for 30 minutes. And I was like, oh no, all right, we're gonna have to give you a bath and everything else. So we're gonna go from there. So, but yeah, it's interesting. I found out a couple of things. Not like hints and different things like that. It was more like I didn't realize Lady Gaga was actually in the series. So I didn't know about that. So I was like, oh, that's new. I wasn't expecting that, but okay. I'll find out when she makes an appearance. But yeah, so there's stuff. So I'm just looking forward to some stuff, and also including the new season of anime because we're now getting close to the end of the summer season. Fall season is just around the corner. We're basically gonna be starting out around, I think it's the first week of October, I believe. If I'm looking at what's the first, yeah, it's the first week of October because the first ones I see on October 4th are basically 2 Pacific ones, and I know Sandstorm will be super excited for this one, including you as well. The final season of My Hero Academia is on this list. Yeah, October 4th. We are going to be starting. We're getting the final season. I think you guys have been anticipating it whatsoever. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I haven't got a chance to check out. I kind of just let it build. Wow, yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out the first week of October, and it's a good amount of stuff I'm looking forward to as well. But yeah, so, oh man, but yeah, that's gonna be what we got. Anything else you want to bring up, Vito, before going to trailers or anything?
Nah.
I know we've been super busy. Yeah, I mean, hey, we gotta do. We gotta grind. We gotta grind for it, man. Pause. Jeez. But yeah, all right, let's get into some trailers here. Like I said, I want to make this as good as possible, or pause. This as long as possible. I know, like I said, we're just gonna shoot the breeze with it and whatever is going on because, like I said, we haven't been on them in a while. We've just been busy. We just had some stuff to work on and everything else. So yeah, so let's get into some trailers. I have a total of make sure my numbers here 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 3 actual trailers, and 2 teasers, basically. So we got 5 total. And one of them, I think I already did a trailer, but we got a new one came out, so we got a little bit more details on this one as well. So let's get into these trailers. So, let's see, boom. Goes over here and do this. All right. So the first trailer in this. And again, I'm getting used to this new layout for YouTube because I'm still being baffled by their what's the word for their playlist. When you adding to playlists, they have like icons now. I'm like, wait, what is this? So yeah, I guess YouTube got a little bit of an update, so it's kind of some things look like little different layouts and stuff. First of all, let me see. Can you hear this, Vito? All right, just want to make sure.
Yep.
All right. So the name of the trailer we're gonna look at is gonna be Alma-chan Wants to Be a Family. It's the first one. So let's check it out.
マルチロックオン。ファイヤー。
完璧だ。
ええ。
俺
私の
の最高傑作
学習型自律戦闘ロボット。
アルマ。
夫婦とはお互い好意を持っている男女がなるものですよね。
全てはアルマが完成するその時まで決してロボットであることがバレないための計画だ。
若い男女に子供、家族と名乗った方が確かに自然ね。
お父さんとお母さんのような関係をラブラブというそうです。私の名前はマキナ。勝負だ。私はネオン・ウォズニアック。以後お見知りおきを。次の指示をお父さんお母さん。一瞬がずっと続くように笑っててもらえるようにレンズ越しの表情は光っていてほしいんだ。ほんの
Yeah, man. All right. So before I say what do you think of it, hold on, let me make sure this thing's up. So before I say this, what I'm gonna say had to be the one to say, "Oh, he's asleep," and he just woke up. I was like, he just woke up now. Ah, yeah, exactly. You said something. Yeah, Beyonce just made an appearance. But anyways, what do you think of that, Vito?
Uh, what is she, a mech or a robot? Or like,
Uh,
or does she
um,
just have a suit
a
on or
mech.
something?
She's a mech.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I mean, it looks interesting, but at the same time, man, without the
yeah,
subtitles too, I didn't know what was going on. But from what it was looking like, yeah, it looked like I
yeah.
need some more.
I
But
I feel you
yeah,
on that
yeah.
one. I mean, that's kind of like how I felt for a second. And I was like, why did I feel like I'm watching? Why did I feel like this is like another version of like what's the name of anime? I'm thinking in my head. Shoot, Dragon Maiden. This is my favorite anime too. Like me, that's why I brought it up so many times. Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maiden. I was like, why does it almost feel like a mix like Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maiden, but just mechs this time? I was like, it
Yeah.
just gave me it gave me that vibe, and then and then I think another one came in my head too, but like Kobayashi was the biggest one that was in my head the most. I was like, this was like Kobayashi to me. So I feel like this is gonna be one of those like funny moments and stuff. I do need a little bit. I think I need a little bit more, not too much, but I just need a little bit more. Again, I'm still have that Kobayashi feel in my head, so I know it's gonna be like one of those. All right, this is gonna be freaking hilarious and humor whatsoever. So I definitely can catch these jokes very easily. But at the same time, I was like, I kind of just need just not super a lot. I need more. I mean, like just a teensy bit more information, real quick. But I kind of already know where you're going with this, but that's kind of like how I felt on that one for a minute. So yeah. So on to the next one. I'm not gonna try. Let's see. Sabuya. No, I'm not even trying to pronounce this part, but I was just basically say playing deaf games to put food on the table. This sounds interesting. I wonder what we're getting ourselves into with this one. So let's see what's up.
勇気って言います。よろしく。死亡遊戯で飯を食う。2026年1月放送開始。
I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Like you're,
I didn't get nothing.
I didn't
out of
either.
That.
But the thing that kind of was sticking out to me was like the art style. Was like, why does this remind me of one specific anime? Although I totally need a lot more information on this one, totally. But it reminded me of what is the name of that anime they bought? And I was mad because season 2 so disappointed me so badly. I was like, I gotta read the manga just to understand this mess. That's gonna kill me. Hold on, I gotta find this anime. It's gonna bug me. Oh my god, I can't even think of the name of this anime, and it bugs me so badly. And I don't feel like digging through a manga to find it because it's like it's 3 kids, they in an orphanage, and it's like a horror anime. And it's like it's like a mystery horror anime, and I can't even think of it at the tip of my head, and it bothers me so much. And I'm so mad because season 2 made me so angry. I was like, oh my god! Like halfway was like doing okay, and then it just went super left field. Damn it! What is it called? What is it called? It's gonna bug me. That's gonna bother me. But the whole art style there don't remind me of that Pacific anime, and I cannot think of the name if my life's dependent. It's literally off the tip of my tongue. Promise Neverland. That's it. Promise Neverland. That's the one. It kind of reminds me of the Promise Neverland. Like the art style and everything else, it gave me that vibe. Like it feels like it's something mysterious and like horror and some mysterious kind of situation. But again, this does not give me enough information to say that it's just the art style kind of gave me that vibe, but at the end of it, it's like there's not enough info for whatsoever, and it makes me super duper mad with this. So I'm like, I need more information for this before I can say I definitely want to check this out. The name sounds cool, but it doesn't really gives me that vibe whatsoever. So it's like I need something to give me why is this called this name. Like that's really how I feel with that one. So hoping they have another trailer that's gonna be better, that gives us a little bit more information. I'm hoping, so I'll keep a lookout for that and see if there is. If I'll check it out first before I make a decision if I bring it in here to see if we can get a better trailer of it whatsoever. So that's just my opinion for this. Other than that, let's get into our next trailer because that took me a minute to figure out the name of that anime. I was like, God, why can I not think of this name of it? Oh, that's in there. All right, let's see. Next one is yeah. Lost. There you go. At least the good news with this with YouTube, at least the button is not like in between here where we're actually hitting the left like forward or back. It's like really it's right over here now, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. So that's good news for me or us. So all right, so we have seen this trailer before, so this is actually another update. So this is going to be a little bit more because this anime will be here in the fall. And I definitely have read the manga for this. This is actually a really good one, so I definitely recommend you guys either wait till the anime comes out because I feel like this one's a little bit better than the failure frame. My status as an assassin obviously is seize the heroes. So let's check it out and see what we get this time.
国を出ざるを得なくなった私は流れ着いた浜で黒いスライムに飲まれて次に気がついたらアキラがいた
どっか痛いところはないか
こんな風にしてもらったことない
国を捨てた罪人がいるとは
お姉様は許されざる罪を犯しました
人を騙して傷つけるとかこいつがそんな姑息な真似をするとは思えない
全部奪い返すまで私はやめないアキラは全部自分で決めるそれを勝手に変えることは絶対にやっちゃダメなの
俺は綺麗だと思うけどなその髪と瞳
名前呼んでお前とかこいつとかじゃなくて名前いつか離れ離れになる分かっていたはずなのに
アメリア俺は
Okay, I guess that was a little bit more disappointing. I think the first one was actually better. I'm being honest. The first one had a little bit more action to it, so I guess they just added the music to it, and I guess a little bit more of the characters and not the action scenes. So I guess the first trailer was a little bit better than the second one. So I do apologize. So I thought that was going to have a little bit better. So I'm still looking forward to this anime. If you have not seen the first actual trailer, definitely check that one out because it does have a lot of action and there's a lot of stuff happening. This one actually had a little bit more of a bit of a character development kind of situation, so you understand a little bit more of the two characters because they're really going to be paying attention a lot more to them when you get a little bit. I think once the first few episodes, 3 or 4 episodes maybe. So that's where it's going to kick in whatsoever. But I mean, it's still great. I still read the manga. It still looks great. I like how the development and everything else is going. But I do like the art style too as well. It's not how they did with Fatal Failure Frame. Sorry, not Fatal Frame. Fatal Frame's the that game. I get Fatal Frame and Failure Frame. Yeah. Fatal Frame was actually did okay, but it kind of left us like a we like it, but we hate it at the same time because it kept going back and forth between 2D and CGI. Kept going back and forth, and it just doesn't work well sometimes. Like it's one of those things where like we have nothing against with CGI, and CGI works out perfectly with certain animes, but when you have it kind of going back and forth with it, it kind of like, especially this one, it kind of doesn't work that way. It doesn't work. But I mean, I still watch all the way through for it, but this one I definitely still recommend. Definitely check it out. So if you guys want to see, like, if you want the action portion of it and how the real, like, where it catches your attention, definitely look at the first trailer for this one. I think I have that in one of my episodes. I don't remember which one it is. Definitely check it out and go from there. All right. So we got 2 more trailers left. These are 2 teasers, so I think these are gonna be super quick and fast. So yeah, let's get into this one. So our first teaser is going to be called, if I can see, Pass Me the Monster Meats Malady. Yeah. I was surprised by this one. I was like, huh? What is this? Let's go.
魔獣をほふる変わり者と噂の残虐非道の狂血公爵だけどなんて美しい人十分に下処理さえすればどんな魔物だって美味しくいただける
私にも食べさせてもらえないだろうか魔物の肉を
なんて素敵なの
これは他の魔物料理も期待したくなる味だ
私もこんな風に魔物を狩ることができたらどんなに素敵かしら悪食霊場と狂血公爵2025年10月から TBS BS11 にて放送開始
Yeah, that was a little short. Like I said, they're quick. They're not going to be super long. I feel like I'll talk real quick with this one. I feel like this one's going to be kind of like, if you have not seen any of like the animes that have like food, like not Food Wars, but like the other ones, Restaurants in Another World, or the latest one, I think the other one was beginning, I think, for the fall season. Cooking in Another World, different things like that. Those specific animes. I feel like this is going to be one of those kind of animes where, or no, I'll take it back. No, take what's that one that's on Netflix? Like the Dungeon one, I believe it's called. It's like Dungeon. Dungeon. No, it was a Dungeon in the Food in the Dungeon or Dungeon Delicious. I can't remember. It's on Netflix. It's like Dungeon something. Let me see. Hold on. I'll tell you the name real quick. I just can't. I know it's like Dungeon something. I just can't think of the name in my head. Because I think they announced another season for that one. There's no Death Note. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Because it kind of reminds me of those kind of animes where something to do with food and stuff. Where are you? Something. It's like Dungeon something. I can't remember the name of it. Because I'm already on Netflix. Okay, where did you disappear to? I know you've been here. Just saw it. Alright, let me see. Devil May Cry. I forgot they announced season 2 for Devil May Cry. Where are you? Really? There's a Degrassi? That's funny. Yeah, it's done. It's like Delicious Dungeon or something like that. I can't remember. Something with dungeon in it. Oh, there it is. Delicious in the Dungeon. Found it. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. It kind of reminds me of that, especially talking about monster meat and stuff. So it's like literally they're finding food inside like a dungeon. But I think this one's gonna be this anime looks almost about close identical what's happening. So, not again, it's a teaser, so we're not really getting enough information. So we're just kind of get introduced to it. I think once we get a actual normal trailer, I think we'll find out a little bit more information because I feel like this is gonna be a mixture between that, which is Delicious in the Dungeon, and one of like a character being reincarnated as a villainess or some mess like that. So I feel like it's gonna be like a mixture of two bags basically. Pass. or pause. So I feel like I might check this out, but I have no idea if it's what I think it is of the two I'm thinking. But until I see a little bit better of a trailer, I would definitely say I will hold off for the moment before I can say definitely want to check this out or not. But I may check it out just because I'm a big fan of like restaurants in another world or cooking, like any animes that basically have cooking and basically getting reincarnated to another world or some type of time dimension kind of situation like that, because it's the story development of it is actually interesting, especially restaurants in another world. So I was hoping for a third season, but we only got two, and I think that might be what we get so far. So all right, on to our final trailer, and this one I held for last because I was very surprised that we're getting this, and I was like, how is this possible? So the last trailer we are getting is a teaser, and it's only short. I think it's it's very short. So for you guys who have never seen the first season of this, I definitely recommend it. It's nice. It's a nice, wholesome, like relaxing kind of anime. Farming Life in Another World has now got a season 2, and I was very surprised that we were getting this. I thought season 1 was enough. So what else can you give us for season 2 besides telling us that you have a kid who is half human, half vampire because you married a vampire, and you're an all-power god. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to add on to it, but yeah, let's see what this teaser give us. Any new clues? So let's check it out.
そうだ、俺農業やってみたいです。存分に第二の人生を楽しんでくれ。
これみんなあなたが育ててるの？
ここでよければ一緒に暮らそう。
おかえり、おかえり、
おかえり、
おかえり。
さて、今日も始めるか。異世界のんびり農家2。2026年放送決定
Rip. There wasn't even enough. Not even though it's a teaser. I was hoping they'd give us like something like at least a teaser of like some new characters popping up. I was hoping. I mean, you showed off the kids. So that's actually a plus sign. Their child. You showed off their child, so that's a plus. I'll give it that. I was kind of hoping for just a little bit of something, like kind of get me like, who's new? Like, are we getting some new people coming to this land? Because you already got like every single thing known to man. So what else can you throw us? Like, throw me a bone, please. Pause.
I think you'll get it when we have the
trailer,
the official trailer. You'll get those new characters. Normally, typically companies don't, even in anime. They typically don't give you new stuff or new people in a teaser. Sometimes, like if it's a legitimate teaser, they're not 9 times out of 10. Especially if it's a new season, they're not going to give you the new character just yet. So that's like the same thing they did with Stranger Things. So they gave us a trailer, and they literally showed us all the stuff that we've already seen, and then at the end of that trailer, they give you Will talking about some run with a big vein coming down the middle of his forehead and stuff like that. That's about it. But for the most part, they still didn't really kind of give you anything new. So just to kind of get you on, especially like you said, this is more of a wholesome type of or cozy or what I'm saying, type of anime. I wouldn't think they'll like give you too much just yet. Maybe that official trailer, you might get a little something, a little more. So, but definitely I wouldn't like to me, the type of anime watcher I am. So I mean this wouldn't be in my alley, but at times I do kind of like relaxing type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
This is definitely one. This is one definitely you can actually like enjoy, relax to, and kind of laugh at it from time to time. So it's one. So I think I watched this twice. I think I watched his subtitles first, and then when they released the English dub for it, I was like, okay, let me see how the English dub sounds. I was like, oh, it's not bad. I mean, it's still. I mean, I wasn't really sure about the voices or anything else because it's still like I already knew what the whole anime is about, but I like the fact of like hearing the English dub of it was like, okay, it still had the same humor as the Japanese. It's just the fact of like it was still relaxing regardless, no matter what. So
Right.
that's why I was like, if an anime that's like very relaxing, like watching it in subtitles, and you're gonna get the same vibe with the English dub, where it's like, you can just kick back or like you don't even have to like kind of watch the anime. You can like just kind of have it play in the background while you're just like kind of just doing something and just cooking and just it's relaxing.
Something like that.
And same thing with kind of like with restaurants in another world. Restaurants in other worlds have that vibe too, but I think I like paying attention to it because I like the concept of like when it comes to foods and stuff is like you're understanding the concept of like you have the main character who's actually from from Japan who runs this restaurant who it actually warps into different timelines and cook like actual modern food for people from other different timelines, and it only happens at a certain I think it's certain solstice, I believe. It's like once every certain solstice, it actually comes in, and people from all different like timelines or nations or whatever are going to this restaurant and trying either different foods to desserts and different things like that. And it's interesting because you have lizard men to wizards to warriors to dragons who turns into humans. You have all that in one, and they all come in for like different foods and different things like that. So it's definitely I definitely recommend people check out Restaurants in Another World. I really love it. Even the English dub was even fine. I was perfectly fine with it. It's one of those things like. I know this is not really one up your alley, but if you're a big fan of food and stuff, so I definitely has that same vibe. Like it's relaxing, but it has a good amount of humor into it as well. But it's like it is relaxing and it is hilarious. But I mean, I'm more intrigued by the food and how everybody reacts to food. It's not the level of like how Food Wars like everybody gets all like orgasmic pause kind of situation because everybody goes completely all over the place with it, and but Restaurants in Another World, like it's more tameable and it's not as like bad as like Food Wars when it comes to that kind of situation where they're like everybody's like all weird. But it's like people will say certain things with food and like, oh, we're looking for this specific one, and then it's like, oh, you're talking about this in our world, so I'm like, okay, fine, here you go. And but it's cool. It's a cool anime. Definitely check out. So, but that'll be it, guys, for our trailers and everything else. For Noonami, again, this is actually our 20th episode, so we're 20 episodes in, and we're good, man. Yeah,
Yes,
I really
sir.
had a plan for this episode where I was gonna do some trivia's, but I couldn't find the Gundam trivia that I wanted to do because the ones I found were basically from AX. They even had the one for 2020 or 2025, and I kind of didn't get it, or not really get it the way I wanted. I kind of just wanted to just be like a normal like video where we're just taking guesses and everything else, but it was just like we're listening to everybody talking in the background from AX and talk about their prices and different things you get correct. I'm like, if we were there, trust me, we'd be like trying to go for these Gundam like mechs and different things for free, man. We'd be like going in already, like, yo, I want that. Let's go for this prize. Let's go. Especially seeing them like actually seeing it. So, but I think I'll have a trivia one for our 50th episode. So definitely, and this one's gonna be focused on either we're gonna have it all around the board, where it's gonna be either the music, the animes, stuff like that. So definitely stay tuned for that when we get to our 50th episode, and hopefully we get Sandstorm and a couple other people we can add on to this fun. So, but other than that, Vito, what do you want to pimp out, my friend?
Drake reactions. One just dropped at 11, and then another one's dropping in 11:30. So, those are part of my hot drops for this week. I'll be releasing a hot drop of this week, which ain't too much. It's really nothing at all, besides Drake and D Smoke dropping the album and stuff. So just stay tuned for me talking about a little bit of that tomorrow or whatever. But other than that, that's it. Oh, and then tomorrow, the Stormcast.
Yeah. I hope he actually is gonna be ready for it, because I know what's actually really going on, but I hope he's ready for it. Yeah. So, as for me, like I said, Silk Song is actually out. So I just, like I said, I've been finished Liza P. So I'm already going to do a second playthrough of it by myself without streaming it with the family, and my fiance. So they're watching me still getting my butt kicked like normal, but now with the all powerful upgrades to weapons, I'm still getting my butt kicked. But it's not as bad because I'm pretty much actually done on pretty much at the last section of the DLC. Because I have to try to get these. I'm trying to get the 100% this game. But the game I'm actually gonna be streaming, because I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do. It was either gonna work on Shadow Labyrinth, but then Silk Song finally came out, so I will be definitely streaming that. I will have the first episode of that, or the first part of it, I believe, either tomorrow, later on in the afternoon or evening time. So definitely stay tuned for that. So you can see me actually see how I actually fare with all the Metroidvania games whatsoever for that one, and the Noonami is still, like I say, every other week whatsoever. So definitely check that out. I haven't figured out the topic for that. Definitely gonna be shouting out to people, which I just noticed it in the chat because I just saw this. We got Hella 627, and I think I may actually put his name Drews, I think. Really? I think I may say that wrong, but thank you guys. Definitely saw you guys said a comment and everything else. I'll definitely talk to you guys on Discord real quick, add you guys, because you guys definitely like the stream, so I definitely appreciate that whatsoever. So other than that, we'll definitely catch you guys in the next one. Until then, have a good one. See ya.